Hi everyone, and welcome to the Shinobi podcast. I am Firehawk, the Shinobi, and I welcome you to my podcast, and thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And we're going to do a different format. Obviously, what to look forward to in this podcast is we're doing a different format than we normally do. We're going to have different features than we always do. Which one thing that's obviously going to stay the same is what animes I'm watching. I like sharing those with you guys because I can give kind of my thoughts on the animes that I'm watching, and you can kind of see what animes that I watch every week, and I think that's always a fun thing. I always enjoy sharing that with you all. And so we're going to also do our reviews of the week, whether it's we'll do later on, we'll probably do full season reviews when the seasons are finished, where we might do a review of the week of, it may be about some of the new ones that we're watching right now. It could be an older anime, whatever it may be. There's going to be a review of the week. Every week we'll do a review on something, whether it's an episode or my thoughts on the season so far. Then we're going to have my anime influence of the week. So there's always anime influences so much outside of anime, and so maybe it's food or music or whatever aspect of life that might have been influenced by anime. I'm going to share my anime influence of the week. And then my crazy thought of the week. I do a lot of these different crazy what ifs, and we've seen that. Well, obviously what's kind of got me very popular and got me a lot of subscribers here on YouTube, and I am so grateful for every one of you that subscribe to me on YouTube. I appreciate that so much. But what really got me the success was what if Madara had killed the Senju clan. That series is what really got me a lot of subscribers. And so I love what ifs, and that's kind of my thing. And so I do share a lot of those in even in my VTuber form. I like to share those out there and put those out there. And so a lot of my VTuber videos that I make are basically with that in mind, some kind of crazy thought that I have. And so I'm going to share a crazy thought with you every week, my crazy thought of the week. And then obviously then we'll kind of just finish it out, put it in a nutshell, and put my final thoughts in. But so basically there's going to be 4 features for sure, even though 4 is not necessarily a good number. It's very taboo in the Japanese language because it's so close to death and how it's said. But we'll have what am I watching, what are my reviews of the week, what are my anime influence of the week, and then we'll also have my crazy thought of the week. But we're also going to have a welcome and kind of what's coming up, and we'll have an ending, so that will make it 6 instead of 4. But so hopefully it won't be so bad. We'll stay away from the dreaded number 4. So welcome again. Thank you for all of you that have subscribed and that have been watching my content. I appreciate every single one of you. Definitely share your comments with me. I make it a very big point. If they are good comments, they're not, inappropriate comments, I try to respond back to each and every single one, whether it's me just saying thank you or giving you some kind of feedback on what you said or what your thoughts were. I definitely would love to hear from you. Definitely give me your thoughts. I make it a point to get back to everyone that responds if it's an appropriate comment. Obviously, if it was held for review and it was something bad, or there's you saying something in an inappropriate way, I'm not going to get back to you. Get back to those comments. Those comments are not worth my time. But if it's something appropriate, like you want to comment and say something about your thoughts about something, and share those with me, I will definitely get back to you and respond back. I try to make a point of it. I check this every day. I check my YouTube every day for comments and things like that, and see how things are going, because I want to be there for you guys. If you guys are commenting, I do want to get back to you guys and interact with you. So please share your comments with me. I will make it a point to get back to you. Like I said, if it's appropriate. Obviously, if it's inappropriate, then you're pretty much barking up the wrong tree if you feel like the need to comment something inappropriate or mean or hateful. It's not going to do anything to me. I'm at the point where none of that stuff really affects me. Every now and then, yes, it does, and it should never. But for the most part, those things don't affect me anymore. So, but anyways, moving on to what animes am I watching? And so one of the animes I was watching this week is I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. And I really love this anime. I thought it was really well done, really, really good. I like, obviously, the love element to it, the adventure. There's fight scenes. There's everything you could want in an anime. And I think that's really good. I think it's really good. I think it was really funny. I thought, there's funny moments in it as well. And like I said, I really, really liked it. I thought it was really, really well done. Sorry, I keep bumping my notes. I'm making a loud noise, and it's driving me nuts. But I did really like it. I did really think it was good. It has this dynamic of, the demon world and the human world, and then the dynamics of what they have, like the half demon, half human, which means that they're kind of outcast and just kind of different elements to it that I think were really cool features and undertones. Hey, let's all get along, that's what I love about anime anyways, because most of the time we're like, hey, let's be caring, let's be kind, let's get over our differences. Our differences are what makes us great, and that's how we can see things from different people's perspectives, take people's differences and make them a strength instead of trying to make them a weakness or something that we hate someone for. Definitely don't need to do that. The other one I watched, been watching some of the newer animes, obviously, so I didn't add those back to the list. I've been watching a lot of newer animes, but I watched, obviously, this anime film this week. I am trying to backtrack and watch some of the bigger anime films that some people talked about. I'm planning on watching Spirited Away. I've never watched it. I haven't watched a lot of the older animes. I always say this. I consider myself more of a newer anime person because, I haven't really watched a whole lot of old school anime like I should. Pretty much my old school animes are probably like, obviously Naruto, One Piece are very heavily influencing those. Hunter x Hunter, those are some of my biggest influences. Cowboy Bebop, and there's a couple others. But for the most part, when it comes to anime, I've watched a lot of the newer anime stuff than the older school. And I think that's partly because, going back and watching some of the older animes, there's so much you got to catch up on. Where if I'm watching new anime, I can kind of get there on the ground floor and start watching it. And if it does end up being a whole lot of anime episodes that I was right there, I watched them as they came out and stuff like that. So that's kind of my perspective. Not that I'm never going to get there. I try to make a point to watch a lot of different animes and jump in there and watch a lot of different ones, because I think it's important, for me to be influenced by a lot of animes. And I love anime, so if I can watch one and really fall in love with it, it's definitely good. But I do like a lot of anime films. Obviously, this one was really, really well. Obviously, he's done a lot of great movies, obviously, and a lot of them won awards. This one is Best Film of the Year, Anime Best Film of the Year. They just won an award in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and he's also won for Your Name. Your Name was very, very popular. And basically weathering the storm. Weathering Into You. Sorry, This is driving me nuts. But Weathering Into, which is obviously really good as well. But the series is well done. It's really well done. I really do like this one. I did like Your Name. I guess the dynamic that I didn't like about Your Name is like forgetting the person. I guess I always hated that. That's something I fear all the time, being with someone and spending all that work and time and effort and then forgetting who you are. So I guess that's kind of why I don't always like that. But I think this film was really, really well done. I can see why it won best anime film, because it was just really, really good. And he does highlight a lot of the natural disasters that have hit Japan and try to make something of it. Is great. Taking something tragedy, trying to help people through all the tragedies, and showing them that there can be good out of tragedies is definitely good. He's an amazing film creator and maker. I like a lot of his films. Are just amazing. This one definitely was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. So definitely was good. So definitely worth watching. So those are some of the animes I've been watching. Obviously, I've been watching a lot of newer animes right now. I have a lot of new ones that I'm watching, the new episodes as well, as they come out. So I have like a long list of new ones that I'm watching. Obviously, Solo Leveling, A Sign of Affection, Tale of Wedding Rings, a foolish angel dances with the devil. Seven time leap, which is a lot longer. There's so much more to that title. Those are a bunch of the ones that I'm watching right now. There might be a couple other new ones out there that I've been watching too, but there's quite a few of them, and I think they're really, really well done. I think a lot of the newer ones are really, really good, but I would say two of the new ones that I really love right now is what I'm going to bring to my reviews. My reviews of the week are some of the new ones that I think are out there that I think are top, because there's a lot of good animes out there. Like I said, I love Foolish Angel, Dances with the Devil. That's really good. Tale of Wedding Rings is really good. Seven Time Leap these are really, really good animes. I haven't watched Metallic Rogue yet, which I have heard a lot of good things about it, and I haven't watched it yet. But I do plan on watching it. But like I said, there's a lot of new ones that I am watching. But two of the new ones that I'm watching that I'm hooked on, that out of all the new ones, I think a lot of new ones are really, really well done. I think these two rise to the top. They're just, I can see why people really like them. This A Sign of Affection, I just love it. It's such a sweet romance. It's just so cute and has funny elements to it, and it's a different romance than you've seen in a long time. Most of your romances, a lot of times they're so predictable. People talk about Hallmark movies being predictable. Anime romances are the same way sometimes. You see a lot of times it's an enemy, falls in love. They don't like each other at first, and then they fall in love with each other. They just so happen to be neighbors. Just so happen to be neighbors, and they didn't know this whole time. Stuff like that. Those are things that are commonly seen. The popular girl falls for the loser guy, and different things like that. Those are things you see all the time in anime. So I love when there's different elements to it that make it really, really well done. And this one obviously is something different. It's totally different. It's because she has a disability, obviously being deaf, so they have to overcome that obstacle. but it makes it really cool, and just it makes it really unique. It's just such, like I said, it's just such a sweet anime. And I had back in my past, I'd worked for a camp that had deaf people and stuff like that. So I actually know it's been so long since I've used it, but I did know basic American Sign Language, and so I do enjoy that aspect, because it is a different world for someone that, if you imagine never hearing anything, never have heard a word or whatever. I just like that they have representation in an anime now. Deaf people have it, and it's a great representation. This is such a great anime. I really, really love it. I'm hooked. This is one of the animes that I can't wait to see the new episode every week. I can't wait to see it. And it's just so sweet, the dynamic of each other, and just if you love romance animes, it's definitely worth watching. It's probably like I said, it's one of my favorites right now. The other one that I'm really addicted to is what everybody else is. Still, a lot of people are falling off of, supposedly, is Solo Leveling. I know there's build-up episodes. There are episodes in traditional anime adventures. There are build-up episodes. You're gonna have episodes that are they're pure build-up. It's just to build up to the next episode or the next episode, and that's kind of how it goes. And so people were so excited about Solo Leveling, and everybody was on top, but now everybody's jumping off and talking about all it has to do with is some guy leveling up. Yeah, that's what it's called. Solo Leveling. It's talking about him leveling up, him getting stronger. That's what the anime is all about. But what I like about the dynamic is that as he levels up, now that he has this power and he's stronger than people think he is. People think he's still E-class. He's hiding the fact of him being stronger, and other people are helping him hide that he's as strong as he really is. I mean, so you got this dynamic way now. People are going to find out how strong he is, which I think that's what you're going to see in the beginning is people are still underestimating him. That's your traditional anime hero. They're not. Everybody's underestimating him. But what I like about this is there's obviously that, he's not afraid to do whatever he has to do to survive, and that's what I like about him. That's what I think is so amazing about him. And so I'm addicted. I do love, and yes, there are episodes that are like, okay, this is a build-up episode. I'm going to have to wait till next week to really see more progression and more excitement. But that's anime. You're going to have build-up episodes. But I do think it's worth watching. I do really like it. And so I think it's worth watching. So definitely, my big brother likes it too. He's definitely enjoys it. And he agrees with me that, hey, that's what it's called, Solo Leveling. It's a good anime, so definitely worth watching. My anime influence of the week, obviously, is the McDonald's or WcDonald's savory chili sauce. Okay, I wanted to try this, so when my big brother went up to see, I live in a place where there's no McDonald's close by or whatever. It's about an hour away. And so when my little brother went up there and was up in that city that's about an hour away, I asked him, we were talking about McDonald's and stuff like that, and I said, yeah, I really, really want to try this savory chili sauce. And I love it. I'm addicted to this sauce. I think this sauce is so amazing. It has such a great taste. Like I said, I fell in love with it. And the bad thing about it is it's a limited time only. So it's going to be, I'm going to have this Rick Sanchez, from Rick and Morty moment where I'm going to be talking about how he always talks about Szechuan sauce. I'm going to be talking about the savory chili sauce, the McDonald's savory chili sauce. This is only where I can get it. In my dreams, in my memories. So definitely get it while you can, because it's definitely worth it. Definitely try it. I think it's really great. I really love it. I'm hooked. I'm definitely hooked. Next time I go up, I'm gonna get more. So this is my anime influence of the week, rightfully so, because it is so good, and obviously it was heavily influenced by anime. They're doing their McDonald's doing their McDonald's promotion. They even have now a store in Los Angeles, switched everything over. Like everything is a McDonald's now. It has it, and I really kind of would love to go there and see what it looks like, because I think that would be super cool to see. But I haven't gotten to read any of their mangas that they're doing. They're doing these episodes and stuff like that for the animation. I haven't gotten to read any of those, and I kind of would like to see those, because I think I want to see what they're like, what the storylines are like. What did they do? They're doing the 4 major, anime influence. They got, fantasy, they got romance, they got, what is it? Science, I think it's science, or no, fantasy, romance, event, action, action, adventure. And then I think the other one is, what is it, oh man, I can't think of the other one. But anyways, definitely enjoyed the sauce. So that's my anime influence of the week. Now we're gonna move on to, after my anime influence of the week, we're gonna move on to Firehawk's crazy thought of the week. And some of you probably will think this is super crazy, but this is how my mind works, obviously, sometimes. And I have mentioned this in a VTuber short. And I talked about this. What if Naruto was a girl? Okay? What if Naruto was a girl? Right? Well, this is my crazy thought. Okay? Because to me it makes more sense. The dynamic of Naruto's story to me could make I don't know, it would make one epic love story. And this one thing obviously you should know about me is I love love stories, and I'm always looking for the romance. Even in any anime, I'm definitely that person that wants to ship people and put people together and all that stuff. I will wait. Like, it took me forever. In this anime, I waited forever for... I was like, when is Naruto going to get with someone? I waited forever to see who he's going to be with. Who was his love interest going to be? But along that way, I always thought that there was something, just the way how he acted about Sasuke always gave me love vibes, like romantic love vibes. Just the way the story plays out, and how he's the only person that wouldn't give up on Sasuke. Everybody else was give up. And that's why some of the relationships are forced in Naruto. Like, they just kind of put people together. Now that you get to Boruto, you see all the matchups from Naruto who got together. And some of them just seem like they just put people together just to put people together. And I love Hinata. Don't get me wrong. I love Hinata. I think she is super sweet. And if somebody was going to be with Naruto, that's who he needed. Someone super sweet that really show him love, because that's what Naruto needed. Obviously, he needs someone to show him love. But I also think that in this dynamic, that to me, it would have made a great love story, because think about it. They were childhood friends, right? They knew each other from childhood. So they would have been... This is like romance 101 right here. They were childhood friends. And, they grew closer and closer together. She secretly loved him. And he kind of goes off and does this thing. Well, she wants to get him back. Plus, think about this. Sasuke had the bad boy vibe going. So if you have Naruto as a girl, Sasuke has this bad boy vibe. And girl, we love bad boys. Like, we say we don't. We like the nice guys, but most of the time you go after a bad boy. So you're gonna go after a bad boy. You would think, Sasuke had that bad boy vibe. It would have been someone, but she had loved him since she was a child, so she would want to be with him, and that would drive her to not want to give up on him. So I could see that dynamic of Naruto obviously being with Sasuke, and that hit him, Naruto being a girl and being with Sasuke, and them getting together and getting married and having kids. That would have been a great story to me, because it would have been, she couldn't give up on him, and it would have been endearing to him, because he had so much stuff, so much trauma in his life from his family dying, that the one person they could count on that never gave up on him, that always believed in him, was Naruto. And so I think that makes a great love story. And I like it in this dynamic, Naruto as a girl with Sasuke. I think that would have made a great romance. But you could also do it, think about it in this crazier form. We're going to do a bunch of craziness right now. Think about it in this form. We can also think about it in Naruto and Sasuke being a girl. Where Naruto, once again, would not want to give up on her because they were childhood friends. And now we got the bad girl vibe, obviously, But for Naruto, it would have been someone he fell in love with as a child. And it would have been his first love. And sometimes, you just can't give up on... You fell in love with someone and you refuse to let go of that. You just can't. You gotta keep pushing for it. And so I think this dynamic also would have worked, because he would have been trying to bring her back home. And we see that dynamic. We've seen this dynamic in movies too. Like, think about, Forrest Gump. Obviously, he was in love with someone who, didn't love him. Maybe not the perfect dynamic of things, but you think about this dynamic working as well, because, he fell in love with her. He has to let her know. He can't give up on her, and he just can't. That's Naruto's will. No matter what gender he would have been, he's still the person that can't give up on people. And I think that it just makes more sense for them to be a couple to me, because that's how the story works. Because why can't you give up on? Oh, that's my friend. It feels like more. Because other people felt like he was their friend or she was their friend, but they gave up on Sasuke. But Naruto could never. So to me, there felt like there was a romantic element to it. So, if it wasn't Naruto as a girl, maybe Sasuke is a girl. Maybe. I mean, I think that either version, I think, would work for me. I think would work, and I think would have been good. It would have been nice, to have but maybe if we did the other version, we did Naruto as a girl, maybe, I don't know if maybe it would have been less watched, maybe. I don't know. Does anybody out there think that maybe if the Naruto was a girl that people wouldn't be in? I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true, because people love Sailor Moon and things like that. So I don't know. Maybe it would have been more watched. But maybe we would have enjoyed this dynamic better. The Naruto and female Sasuke. Maybe that would have been better dynamic. I don't know. What do you think? Would you have watched either one of those versions? Or maybe it should have just ended in an LGBT way, and if they're both as they are, and they're both males, I always felt like there was a love element there. So to me, I always felt that way. it just, I don't know, it made sense. But I guess I spent, my first anime was Hunter x Hunter, and there is obviously love elements there with people always want to ship all the guy characters, but they're not all shipped together. But you do have Lumi and Hizuka, who are an item and get together, and they do mention about them being engaged, and they do show a love element to each other. So, I mean, maybe coming from that world, I'm more like it would not bother me. Like, but then again, it shouldn't bother anyone if they're whatever, love who you love. Obviously, I would have loved to see like I said, I love Hinata. I love, I mean, Sakura's pretty cool too. But I mean, I do love Hinata a lot. But so it'd been interesting if they were together. Then who would they have ended up with? But I think it just makes more sense for them to be together. That's just how I feel. Just the way the story was, and how he couldn't give up on him. Like, it just, I don't know. It gave me love vibes. That's how I felt when I was watching it. So, and then maybe not, in a different version, in the girl version or whatever. Maybe in a love version, maybe in that version, he didn't have to be Hokage. I don't know, because maybe they both kind of wanted to be Hokage, but they found each other instead. I'm just saying, as a person that likes romantic elements, that would have made sense to me. So, but anyways, I like this. I thought this was funny, Naruto throwing Sasuke over his shoulder. But yeah, so definitely share your thoughts. But if it's hateful, like I said, if it's hateful because you don't think that Naruto and Sasuke, you don't want to see a gay couple or whatever, you can leave that keep that to yourself, because we don't like that kind of hate. But if you have real thoughts, I definitely like to hear them. But I mean, I like I said, it always felt like romantic elements. But I think it would have played out better for an audience as someone writing it and stuff like that. Obviously, during the time that it was out, it would have probably been better if one of them was a female. And preferably, I don't know, it would have been better for the main character to be female or the side character to be female. I think it might have been a little bit better to me, because the way the story is written, it just seems like it would have been better if Naruto and Sasuke were together. And a lot of people ship them. I'm not the only one. Obviously, they're one of the most highly shipped couples out there. Anime couples. People said they should have been together. But that's also because Naruto, like I said, did not do a very good job putting couples together. A lot of times when they put people together, it's more problematic. Obviously, Sasuke and Sakura is kind of problematic because, he was kind of like really mean to her and really didn't care about it. So the relationship doesn't seem like it meshes up. The only relationship that seems good, but some people don't think it seems good, is Naruto and Hinata. I do think it seems like a good relationship. Some people think Naruto should have ended up with Sakura. That's a whole type of different thoughts, obviously, on relationship and who they should have ended up with. But to me personally, when I was watching it, I always felt like there was this dynamic to me. I was always like, Naruto, why can't you give up on this person? And he just kept saying friendship. And maybe it's just how I see things. To me, like, it just seemed like a romantic. If you can't give up on someone that bad, it's almost like you love them so much that you kind of want to be with them. But that's my personal take on it. That's kind of how I see it. But maybe someone else sees it differently. But give me your thoughts. Let me know what you are thinking about that. Obviously, I greatly appreciate it. If you are not following me, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Definitely try to share videos. I would greatly appreciate that. Definitely share the shorts if you like it. If you like a short video that I've done, definitely share those with your friends, because I could definitely appreciate getting the views, getting my view count up. I would greatly appreciate that. That would mean a lot to me. And as always, obviously you see in the corner, I'm a Rogue affiliate with Rogue Energy. If you want to get some Rogue Energy, you can go to rogueenergy.com and use the code Firehawk to save 10% each and every time you order. And like I said, and it's my morning coffee. It's replaced my morning coffee. It's so much better. Natural things. And like I said, you know how you get like the clumpy stuff, like when you mix things up? You never get that with Rogue Energy. Every time they, obviously, I believe it is the world's greatest tasting, energy powder out there. I don't think there's anybody else. I don't think G Fuel tastes as good as Rogue Energy, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Rogue affiliate. I'm saying that because I use this every day, and to me, it's 100 times better. That's why I made a switch. I don't drink G Fuel or anything anymore. I drink Rogue because obviously it's better. So if you want to go do that, I would greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I appreciate you all. Definitely share your comments with me. I would greatly appreciate that. If you have something that you thought about or something you want to see, I'm definitely thinking about anime characters in other animes. If you have a character that you'd like me to do, definitely share it with me. I would definitely like your insight. Like I said, I do appreciate your comments, and if they're, like I said, as long as if they are appropriate comments that you genuinely want to talk about something anime related, and talk about something that you see or share your passion about anime, and you want to share that with someone, I want to hear those things. Let's talk about it. Let's share your thoughts with me, because I definitely want to hear them, and I want to talk. I will respond back to you really quickly, and say, whatever. It may just be a small comment, but I do try to comment back to everyone, and so I do appreciate your thoughts and your comments and your likes and your views. I don't take those things for granted. I appreciate them so much, and they mean the world to me. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Join me next time right here on the Mash Shinobi podcast, and I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that I will see you next time right here. And thank you so much once again for watching.